This morning, we are in the national spotlight for what happened on a plane bound for Boise yesterday. A woman tried to open the door during the flight and had to be restrained by other passengers until the plane landed here. Chris Van Cleve of CBS News has video from that flight.
I am God. I am God.
Passengers on board United Express Flight 5449 restrained this Boise, Idaho woman who was ranting about being God. You can see a passenger working to tie up the woman's feet as another man holds her down in the aisle. Moments earlier, she'd tried to open the aircraft door while the plane was in flight, traveling from San Francisco to Boise. That plane landed safely and Boise police were waiting at the gate. The woman was taken for medical evaluation. The United Express Embraer 175 was operated by SkyWest Airlines and had 73 passengers on board. Experts say it would be impossible to open a door in the pressurized cabin of a plane in the air, but that wouldn't make it less terrifying for the people on board.
Boise police says the officers that responded will submit a report to the local prosecutor to decide if charges should be filed. The FBI is also reviewing this case.
KBOI reached out to one of the passengers on that flight who says he was just a few seats away from the woman who is now in custody. KBOI 2's Sophia Dumani is live in the studio with his story. Sophia.
Passenger Scott Smith took this photo just after getting off the plane in Boise. He was sitting right behind the woman who attempted to open the cabin door mid-flight, and he says there seemed to be something wrong with the woman before the plane ever took off from San Francisco.
Right after we pushed back from the gate, I look up and the chair in front, the seat's just shaking, and I can hear, I don't know if they're arguing or what. And honestly, I was surprised we didn't stop at that point.
He says then the small commercial plane like this one here took off as scheduled, but halfway into the flight, he said he looked up and could tell the seat in front of him was empty. He said he heard a little bit of commotion and then saw two other passengers dart towards the front and immediately knew something was wrong. Although there was a curtain separating him from first class, he says what he heard was disturbing.
She kept repeating certain phrases. I distinctly, she said, God has all the data. God has all the data, like 2 or 3 times. And then I heard her say, well, I don't have any data. I don't have any data. Unusual things, And then she made some comment as to, well, we landed in Boise 15 minutes ago. And at that time, we were still in the air.
Smith says that the captain spoke over the intercom, thanking everyone for remaining calm and not letting the woman reach the front door. Upon landing, she was put into handcuffs and escorted off the plane. Right now, she's still in custody of Idaho's Department of Health and Welfare. Reporting live in the studio, Sophia Dumani, KBOI 2 News.